Hi guys, good evening. Good evening, Mr. and Miss.
Good evening. Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, sir. Okay, well, I don't know how many you are in this class. Okay, so I'm gonna be with you because it's time. Thanks for being on time. Thanks for being punctual. Okay, and well, I'm gonna start because it's time. Okay, but I don't know how many students, cuántos son y cuántos llegan, because you are just 3 in this moment. O tal vez no todos son puntuales, right? Maybe. Okay, but I'm gonna start telling you because you are the only ones who are here. I don't know if you knew that Miss Patricia was your teacher, right? Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Okay, so she has some health problems, right? Some health problems. I don't know if you knew. No sé si sabían. So she can't continue, right? Because of his pregnancy. She can
Okay.
she can continue. So she needs to rest a lot. Okay, she needs to rest a lot. So I will have the
Okay.
pleasure to be with you during the rest of the course. Okay, so my name is Sophia, and well, it's a pleasure, right? It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice
Thanks.
to meet you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna start the class because we can wait, right? I don't know hasta cuándo vienen sus compañeros. Okay, but so we're gonna start anyway. Okay, you are in unit 1, right? Let me show you if the page is correct. Let me show you. Give me a second to show you. Let me open your book. Okay, you have it here. Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is the adverse. So you're supposed to be in this page, okay? Correct? Did you work this page? Or not yet? Or this? Which one? Let me show you. Did you work on this page? 13, 14, or maybe 15 or 16? Don't you remember? ¿No se acuerdan? Who knows, Sofía? Who knows? ¿Quién sabe, Sofía? ¿En cuál estábamos? ¿No? Ok, bueno, entonces vamos a seguir la indicación de la teacher, right, Patricia, porque me dijo, solo quería corroborar, just in case. Pero si no se acuerdan, pues vamos a seguir donde ella indicó that you were working. Okay, let me check again. Give me a second, please, to check again. Yes, that is the page. Let me see. She says, that's what she said, right? In this page. Okay, so we're gonna continue working with this page. We have here a conversation. Okay, we have here a conversation and we have some special words here. Okay, so we're gonna study this. Okay, let's pronounce together, right? Listen to your teacher read the conversation, then practice with a partner. But first, let's listen and let's read together. Remember that the readings are for practicing pronunciation, vocabulary. It's not just to repeat, right? So here we go to do this part. Let me read it for you. It says, Jeff, how are you doing? I want to ask you, how many days a week do you work? Hey, Ben. Well, I work 5 days a week. And you? That's great. I work for 4 days and sometimes on Saturdays. Really? On Saturdays? Do you work extra hours? And how much money do they pay for each extra hour? Yes, I work extra hours when there is too much work to do. Each extra hours, it's around $10. I see. Well, sometimes there is not much time, right? Absolutely. Okay, this is the conversation. Before you practice the pronunciation, I want you to remember, or maybe learn, right? Maybe learn some vocabulary. So what is the meaning of how are you doing? Is similar to what? How are you doing? Is similar to? Excuse me, sir?
Is similar to how are you?
Correct. Is similar to how are you? That's another way to ask, how are you? How are you doing? It's very common to use this. How are you doing, guys? Okay, correct. So similar to how are you? How are you doing? And the answer, you can answer the same. I'm fine. It's okay. Pretty good. I'm okay. Okay?
Okay.
Could be the same answers. No problem. Okay, so let's continue. Then we have, look at this expression. 5 days a week. A week. Okay, 5 days a week. A la semana. Right? So look at the expression. 5 days a week. Once a week. Let me add here. Once.
I work.
Once is similar to what?
Only one.
One time.
One
time. Okay? Once is the short form of saying one time. But in the real life, it sounds more natural if you say, well, I go to the beach once a month. Okay? Once a month. No, one time in the month. Doesn't sound correct in English. If you want to say literal, right? I go to the beach one time in the month. We have there 2 incorrect expressions. The one, look at this. I go to the beach one time in the month or in the year. Let's use in the year. Okay. So one time is not incorrect, but it's better once. I go to the beach. Let's change. Excuse me. I'm not good at typing. To the beach, no one time. It's better once. Once. And no in the year. A year. Okay, you see? This is a better expression. Okay, this is a better expression. Instead, en lugar de, instead of saying one time, it's better once. Instead of saying in the year, a year, a month, a day.
In vacation.
Excuse me? Excuse me, Mr. Trejo?
In year, on vacation, in vacation.
What is the correct way? Well, I don't understand the question. Can you give me a more complete?
I go to the beach.
Uh-huh.
I go to the beach in vacation.
On vacation. On vacation. Yes.
Vacation.
Okay. So I don't know if you have any question about this. A year instead of in the year? No, right? It's better a year. You said the beach, right? Once better than one time. Let's do some examples. Let's put it into practice. Tell me something that you do once a month, once a day, once a year. Tell me real sentences. For example, I go to the movies once a year. In my case, right? I go to the movies once a year. How about you? Tell me. Remember that you can use here a year, a month, anytime, right? Cualquier momento del tiempo. A day, a month, a year, a week, anything. Your examples? Come on, tell me. It's time to speak.
I go to the school to day.
Okay, I go to school. Can you repeat, please? I go to school.
2 times in week.
Okay, 2 times in the week. Let's do this correction, okay? I go to school. In that case, 2 times is different. Estábamos con once primero, una vez. Pongámosle por el momento, aunque vaya 2 veces, let's say one, okay? Once, que es mejor que one time, I go to school. Once, look,
Once.
You said, excuse me, week or day?
Week.
Week, okay? Once a week. Look, this is the expression. A week, once a week. I go to school once a week. You see? No, the week. I don't remember the way that you say. Excuse me that I don't remember. But it's better in this way. A week is similar, right? No vamos a usar in the week, in the year. No. This is incorrect. Let me cross out. Y esto no es que sea malo, incorrecto, pero es mejor once. So now, El compañero dijo twice, no quería usar una vez. Él quería usar 2 veces. ¿Hay forma de hacerlo cortito? Yes. 2 times, we can say 2 times, twice. Okay? Twice a week. I drink soda twice a day. I drink Coca-Cola twice a day. Okay? Twice a day. Tell me, how often do you drink soda? How often do you drink Coca-Cola? Once a year, once a month, twice a week?
I drink Coca-Cola once a week.
Once a week. That's good. Better. Not like me, right? Once a day? No, that's not good. Yes, it's a bad habit that I have. Okay? Good, correct, Mr. Rodriguez. I drink Coca-Cola once a week. You see, it's better than one time. And in the week, no, once a week. Okay.
I go to the church once a year.
Okay, you go to the church. Bad habit, Mr. Rodriguez. Okay. Okay, so I go to the church once a year. Correct. Okay, excellent. Anybody else? So this is the point. This is the point, my dear people. The way to express the frequency of something. This is the structure. This is the natural way to do it. Okay? Remember, a week, a day, a year. And once, one time. Twice, 2 times. Any question about this?
No, teacher, thank you.
Okay, so let's continue. So it was for this part, right? I work 5 days a week. What else we have here to learn, to analyze? I like to do comments, to learn together expressions, structures in the conversations, right? They are not just for repeating. No es solo para repetir. It's to understand and to get maybe new vocabulary. So, no more, right? No more expressions. I think the rest, any word that you don't know? Any other expression? I just have how are you doing? That is similar to how are you, as Mr. Rodriguez says. And this that is very important. And I added, right? Les agregué ahí un par. All right. So that's it, right? Right? Right is similar to correct.
Correct, yes.
Is similar, right? Right? Of course that right means my right hand. 2 meanings, right? My right hand. Mano derecha. But in this case, right, correct, 2 meanings. Correct. Okay. Okay, now let's go. Let's practice. And after you practice this conversation with pronunciation, we're going to talk about the point here. What is the point here? The point for this class is how many and how much. Okay? But let's practice this conversation first, and then we're going to focus. We're going to talk about how much and how many. But first, let's do the conversation. Volunteers to do the conversation before you go to the breakout rooms? Volunteers?
Me.
Excellent. You are Ben. Who is Jeff? Volunteer for Jeff? No volunteers for Jeff? Can be a girl, okay? Don't worry because it's a boy, Jeff. No, it can be a girl. No problem. No more volunteers. Come on.
Me.
Excellent, Miss. You are Jeff. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Jeff, how are you doing? I want to ask you, how many days a week do you work?
Hey, Ben. Well, I work 5 days a week. And you?
That's great. I work 4 weekdays and sometimes on Saturdays.
Really? On Saturdays? Do you work extra hours? And
Hours? Hours? Extra hours?
hours. And how much money do they pay for eight
Ish.
each extra
Hour. Hour. Okay.
hour?
Yes, I work extra hours when there is too much work to do. Each extra hours around $10.
Extra
see.
hour. Extra hour. Hour.
Extra
Okay.
hour.
Okay.
Hour.
I see. Well, sometimes there is not much time, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. Correct.
Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Very good. Excellent, guys. Thanks for participating. Okay. Very good. That's what you're going to do in the breakout rooms. Okay. You're going to practice with someone. Okay. 5 minutes to practice. Before you go to the breakout room, do you have any question about the pronunciation? O about the meaning of a phrase? For those who arrived late, para los que vinieron un poquito después, un poquito tarde. I don't know if you have any question about the expressions, about any expression, about any vocabulary in the conversation. Or about the pronunciation of any part. No. Okay, so let's go to practice. Remember that the idea of practicing is to get familiar and that our brain, right, gets familiar with the language, with the pronunciation. Okay, acá los compañeros me decían otra pronunciación para hour y aquí vamos cambiando lo que se necesita. Pero si no lo pronuncio, chicos, no voy a saber qué tengo que cambiar, qué es lo que va y qué es lo que no va. Y no me quitan la oportunidad de apoyarlos en lo que yo pueda. ¿Ok? Entonces, sí me gusta que participen bastante. I'm gonna say this in Spanish, ¿ok? Porque sí me gusta que participen bastante. La idea es que ustedes hablen, ya sea pronunciando, dando opiniones, leyendo, right? Based on my explanation. No les voy a poner a hablar lo que sea y como sea. No, based on the explanation, right? So I would love that you participate. Por cierto, for those who arrived a little bit late, I am Sophia. My name is Sophia. I'll be with you. I'll be your teacher during the rest of the course, right? Because Mrs. Patricia, you know, I think she has a hard pregnancy, so she needs a lot of, she needs to rest a lot, okay? She needs to rest a lot, okay? So that's why she won't be able, no podrá. It's not that she doesn't want, right? She won't be able because of her health, right? And his or her baby, okay? Por su salud. So, okay, so I'll have the pleasure to be with you. My name is Sophia again. Okay, for those who arrive late. Okay, so that's the point, my dear people. Practice and speak, okay? So,
Teacher,
yes, tell me.
the practice is in pairs or
Yes, in pairs.
it's in pairs? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because just Mario one word, no, right? I think it's better in pairs.
Okay.
Let me do the breakout rooms if you don't have any question. Let me do the breakout rooms. Oh, just one breakout room of 3 because you are not, it's not possible 2, 2, and 2, right? Just one breakout room with 3. Okay, but the rest is 2. Okay, there is always so few people. Siempre hay tan poquitos en esta clase.
No, no,
Ayer pidieron permiso como dos, parece.
2. ¿Y como cuántos son?
normally between 18 to 23,
Around. You can say around.
around. Yes.
23, really? And you are just 7. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, anyway. I don't know what's going on. Well, 9. Okay, so I can do another breakout room because we have someone else, I think. Okay. Now let's go to practice. Okay, how was the practice? How was it? How was the practice? How was
Very
the...
good.
Very
Yes.
good, excellent.
Yes.
Okay, yes. I like to listen to you speaking, answering. Okay, no quiet. This class is to practice, to speak. All right, so please.
Yes.
Okay, so we can continue. Let's continue with the next part. If you don't have any question about the pronunciation or the vocabulary, we can continue. Let me put it closer for you.
Teacher,
Yes, sir.
en el caso de much y de many, creo que para que me quede más claro, cuando es many es porque se puede contar y much no se puede contar, o
Okay,
viceversa.
we're gonna study in detail that because that is the class about today. Okay, I didn't mention the much and many because I'm gonna give you examples, details, explanation about these two words, how to recognize when I have to use much and many. In general, yes, but sometimes we have some tricky situations, right? Son tricky situations que no me caben con decir que cuento o no cuento, because sometimes algunas cosas parece que no se cuentan y sí se cuentan and vice versa. Entonces vamos a in detail now, ¿ok? Ahora vamos a ver, nos vamos a detener en eso. That's why les decía que después vamos a regresar a how much and how many after the pronunciation. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to explain for you in this moment, right? I'm going to explain to you. I got a presentation for how much and how many. Let me open. Just let me change the presentation. Give me a second to change. That's the point today. Okay, that is the topic for today. So, here. Okay, so those are the words, right, that we were talking about. How much and how many. So we have, they are similar translation. But let's see when we need how much and when we need how many. And I have some, let's say, some keys, right? Algunas claves, some keys for you to recognize when to choose how much and when to choose how many. Sometimes it's that easy, right? If you can count, how many? If you cannot count, how much? But sometimes we need more information. So let's see. We use how much, it says, right, with uncountable nouns. And let's start understanding, recognizing what are uncountable nouns. In general, someone can say, uncountable noun you can count. But how to recognize an uncountable noun? Okay? Well, the uncountable nouns are the ones that you can individualize. You can't individualize. You need to buy, let's say, in a unit, in a container, in groups, right? Not individually. In general, that's another way to see it. Liquids, you see there. You can buy a piece of milk, right? No. A piece of liquid like oil, honey. No. We need containers. So liquids definitely are easy to recognize that are uncountables. Okay? That is the first and the easiest. Uncountables, liquids, because you need a container. But Sophia, if I said, give me one, a cartoon, okay, of milk, ahí le puedo decir uno. No, but you are talking about the container, right? One cartoon, one bottle, one cup. So you are counting the unit, okay? You are counting the container, no the liquid, okay? So that's why it's different. You see, a veces ahí es donde nos confundimos. Because we listen, right? We listen, one cup of coffee. Yes, but you are saying cup. One cup of coffee. 2 cups of coffee. 2 cups of coffee. So you are counting the container. Por eso es que a veces oímos que el café, pero yo puedo pedir 1, 2, 3, 4 café, teacher. Tal vez en español, right? Me da un café. It's not necessary to say 1 cup of coffee. But in English, it's different. Okay, that's why sometimes we can get confused. Porque como en español digo, deme un café y así nomás lo entendemos. Sometimes we think, right, it's countable. Un café, 2 café, me trae 3 café. But in English, it's different. Okay, because you can say, give me, I'll have a coffee. I have some coffee. Okay, some coffee. Si es algo uncountable o liquid, some. Le agregamos el some. Algo de. No suena bien en español, pero es propio de inglés. Some coffee. Or a cup of coffee. It's very common to say it in English. A cup of coffee, a bottle, etc. So that's the difference. Then we have a smaller than, okay, or as big as a rice. You know that the rice is a piece, right? A rice. Chinese favorite food, right? Chinese favorite food. So rice, that is the rice. And it's a piece. We can buy rice, one rice. You buy maybe a pound, ounces, maybe a cup of rice. But we have to buy a group. The same for eating. No me voy a comer un arrocito, right? Yes, I have to have something, a group. So it's easy to recognize too. That is uncountable. So the size is important, right? Si es tan pequeño, okay, smaller than, como un arroz o más pequeño, salt, beans, well, beans are not, are bigger, I think, but anyway. Rice, salt, sugar, flour. We need containers. So they are uncountables too. And again, lo que contamos es la libra de arroz, la taza de arroz, la onza, etc. No the rice in sí. Next, you have this is very interesting. Because this is the part that we sometimes get confused. You see here, a fish. A fish. You can see a fish. You can see bread. Right? And we can get confused. Pero es que un pan lo cuento. Un pescado. But what happened? Look at this. If you have to cook it to eat in civilized way, you have to cook it to eat it in a civilized way. This is very important. Okay, this is very important. For example, a cake is uncountable. Okay, it's a cake. A full cake, un pastel completo, yes, right? One cake. But a piece of cake, you will say how much cake do you want? Yes, how much cake? Y tal vez ahí es donde nos podemos confundir. Ah, es que yo puedo contar el pastel, teacher. But you need to cut it. Bread. You need to put it into pieces to eat it. Fish, chicken. We need to take a piece and eat it. Piece and eat it. At least in a civilized way, right? No, teacher, si yo una piernita de pollo de un solo bocado. Maybe, right? Maybe if the chicken is small, maybe. Pero eso no es lo más tradicional, right? It's not the most traditional. So, if you need to cook it, estamos hablando de lo estándar. All right? If you need to cook it, to eat it, is uncountable. And you will use how much? What else? The cheese. Cheese. We need to cut pieces of the cheese to eat it. Okay? Fruit. But fruit is countable, teacher. Yes, the fruit is countable, but individually. An apple, a grape, but in general, the fruit is uncountable because you eat it in pieces, right? In pieces. So you see that it's important that that last concept. If you need to cut it, is how much? Okay, is uncountable. And those are the ways to recognize when to use how much. Not just in general, right? Uncountables, but what are uncountables? Because it's more than si cuenta o no cuenta. It's more than that. Because some let's say, some things are confusing. Okay? Most of them are clear, no problem. You can count and you cannot count. But some are confusing. Okay? So, and finally, we have things that you can't, right? Obviously, light, air, luggage, money, and furnitures. Okay? Furnitures. Look, this is interesting. Furnitures, luggage. No entra en ninguno de los conceptos quizás, but they are uncountables. And we use how much? And money, of course, right? How much money do you have? How much money do you need? $1, $2. Ah, pero ahí lo estamos contando, teacher. No, but again, what happened again? That you are counting the unit. Dollar, pesos, soles, quetzales, right? You are counting the unit, the currency, no the money. The money in general is uncountable. And the fruit in general is uncountable. I want some fruit. How much fruit do you eat each day? Look, how much fruit? No, how many fruit? Because it can sound like, me suena bien how many, right? But no, how much fruit do you eat during the week? You see? And this is the information. I think in this way is easier to recognize when to use how much, right, in the questions. And I don't know if you have any doubts so far. Any questions so far?
Teacher,
Yes, sir.
if I ask you how much money do you have?
Mm-hmm. What happened?
If the answer is I have $10, for example,
Mm-hmm.
the $10 is countable.
In that case, yes. But that's what I was telling you. That the question in general is how much money do you have? correct?
Yes,
But
yes.
in this case, it's in general. How much money? But the answer is specific. I have $3. What happened? Again, I'm counting the unit. The unit is the one that makes me the countable. But in general, here, if I said, how many dollars do you have? Look at the difference. If you use dollars in the question, you use many. How many dollars do you have? In your wallet, for example, right? How many dollars do you have in your wallet? And that's the difference.
That's the difference, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I understand it. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. So you see, that's what I said. Sometimes we think that it's easy, right? Count and not count. But there are many things that are a little bit confusing, not that clear. Even though most of the situations are clear, right? You can or you can't count. But here we have one. Okay, and another is like, for example, the fruit, right? The fruit. As I said, how much fruit do you eat? Pero es que no le está preguntando cuántas manzanas, right? Again, it's similar. The question, how much fruit? In this case, I use fruit because, much because fruit is in general. But if
Yes.
I said specifically something that I can count and individualize, I said, how many apples? How many apricots? How many, I don't know, pears, etc. do you eat? Is different because in that case, I'm talking about one specific and I can individualize. But the apple is a fruit, teacher. Sí, es una fruta, but you see it's different. The way to ask, to present, the presentation is different. Y ahí es cuando tenemos esas pequeñas variaciones que a veces no son tan claras como creíamos. Okay? So I don't know if you have any other question, anybody?
Now it's clear for me.
Okay, in your case, it's clear. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, nobody else? Questions, comments? Okay, let's continue. And the other that I think the other is not complicated, right? This is, I got one for you, but this is not complicated. The point is how much, because sometimes some are confusing. But here you can see, you can count, this is easy, right? People. Whole pieces of food. You see, that is the difference. Here we have one piece, one banana, one tomato, one pepper, etc. It's different. Okay, and that's it. So here I have for you some countables and uncountable things in general. You see here, much, right? Money. Things that you can count. But I already explained you the difference, right? The money, but in general. Talking about the let's say not the currency. Okay, so there we have music, right? Time, of course. But teacher, if I said, how much time do you have? 1 hour, 2 minutes. What happened here? It's the same story. Time in general. But if I said, how much time do you have? But if I say, how many hours, how many minutes do you have? You see that is similar. It's similar to fruit, it's similar to money, the time. Because sounds like, no, but Sophia, how much time? 1 hour, 1 minute. Is countable. Porque estoy dando ahí. Yeah, the answer is countable. But the question was in general is uncountable. So the answer, what is countable is the unit. Minute, hours. It's like the money, right? What is countable is the unit. Dollar, quetzal, soles, etc. The fruit, individualized, apple, apricot, etc. But fruit in general. You see? So that's the point, right? That sometimes we get confused sometimes in some things. Then we have butter, meat, because we need to cook it, right? To cook it, to eat it. Que sea un pedacito que nos den, we have to cook it. Okay, so meat, sugar, in that case, because it's little, right? It's not, it's smaller than rice. And we have to take it in groups, por cucharadas, por cups, not individually. Okay, and many, that is, I think it's easier. Girls, boys, women, men, months, days, etc. You see here we have the general, that is time. But here we have in many the specific. Days, hours. We don't have here minutes, seconds. Right? You see? Okay, let's see what else we have here. More examples for you. Yeah, now using how much and how many in a question, right? That is the point of the class. How many animals? How many balls? How many blades of grass? How many cars? How many children, etc. Okay? Grains of sand in your hand. Because we are talking specifically about the grains, but it's hard, right? How much cheese? ¿Por qué? Tengo que cortarlo. How much effort? That is clear, right? That we can count. Look at this. How many stuff is it in your room? Is in your room. So stuff is like things, right? Look, this is interesting. With the stuff, we use how much. With traffic, of course, right? But this is interesting. How much stuff is in my room? Aunque lo traducimos plural, pero mire cómo lo usamos. I think this is very interesting. You should take notes of this one because this is uncommon. Okay? ¿Cuántas cosas? Remember that stuff is like things, right? Okay, so you see. And here you have, I have more examples for you with pictures. We have countables. Okay, fries, hot dog, because it's a whole. Okay, it's a whole. And uncountables, we have here, right? Fruit in general. Juice is liquid. Cereal, because it's small. Meat, because we have to eat it, to cook it, to eat it. The same that bread. You see? There we have. Okay. And that's it. I don't know if you have any question about that.
No, thank you.
No, okay. So I'm gonna give you an exercise to check if it is clear. And then we go back to the book, okay? You will do this exercise. I'm gonna give you a link. So you will do this exercise. Give me a second, please. And then you're gonna do questions for your classmates. And we're gonna come back to the book. Give me a second. Let me check first if it is the correct link. Give me a second. Okay, well, it's sign off the attendance, but later. Let me open. Yes, it's correct. So let me share the link for you, with you. Okay, this, you're gonna do it individually, right? To be sure that we understood the concepts, okay? Maybe you can take a screenshot at the end. You can take a
Yes.
screenshot and you can share the screenshot after doing your exercise. Okay, so now there you have the link. Does it work? I mean, does the link work?
No,
Let me see.
I can see.
But it opens. No, the link, you have to open the link. The link is in the chat.
Oh,
Anybody who opened the link? Does it work? Yes? Can you open the link? It works for me, so I expect that it works for you.
where is the link?
In the chat, in this chat, here in Zoom.
Okay.
Excuse me?
What is the exercise?
Okay, you open the link and then it will send you to this. Let me show you. I open the link and it sends me to this place. Okay, here you have the exercise. I open the link and it sends me to this exercise. So you're gonna place each, where do you think it is? Countable or uncountable? Fizzy drink is like soda, right? Similar to soda. Fizzy drink.
Bananas, onions, eggs.
Okay, when you finish, please show me the screenshot. Show me the screenshot when you finish. At the end, you can check it. Look, you go at the end, here it says finish. When you finish, click in finish and the option check my answers. Email my answers to my teacher? No. This, check my answers. And you're gonna get the result. Okay, you're gonna get the result. I haven't worked, I have 0 from 10. Okay. Finish? Nobody? Did you finish?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I'll wait for you. No problem.
Excuse me. Fizzy drink is
It's like a soda. Similar
soda.
to soda. Yeah, similar to soda.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe the vocabulary that maybe, right, can be not clear, maybe, is fizzy drink that is similar to soda, crisps are like Lays, are potatoes but in the shape of the Lays, right? So those are the crisps. Then we have sausage. Well, I don't know how to describe sausage. Salchichas, right? And that's it, I think. The rest, I think it's clear. No problem. Finish, Mrs. Ayala? Yes? Not yet? Still in process? Or finish? You are mute.
Excuse me. La strawberry no la puedo mover. Se me congela
Your computer.
la pantalla. No, desde el teléfono lo estoy haciendo.
Ah, okay, on the phone. Okay. Well, okay, check it without the strawberry. Deje esa. Okay.
Bueno.
What about you, Miss Quintanilla? Finish?
No.
Not yet. Or do you want to do it together? No? Do you want that we do it together? Okay, how much do you get? Dennis, how much? I mean, how many points? How many points do you have? Because I can see there. Dennis, Mr. Dueños? Dennis?
Permíteme un momento.
Okay. Okay, I wanted that you do it individually so you can recognize if you have clear the concepts. Okay.
I finished.
Okay. How many points do you have?
Points?
Yes, the grade.
I need push the word finish.
Yes, as I show you.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
show you.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, remember guys, you can do it here. At the end, you have finish, right? So you click on finish and you do the first option. Check my answers. And then you will get your points, right? Your points. In my case, I haven't worked. I don't have points.
I don't have points. Oops.
Did you move?
I don't know
move?
what happened.
Okay.
No, but when I push finished, sorry. I have a other screen. What do you want to do? Check my answers and I don't know.
The idea is that you know how was it, that you know if you are 100% clear with the concepts, if you have 10, right? If you have 5, it means that maybe something is not still clear for you. That's the idea. And if I can help you, well, that's the idea. So for that, we need to know, right? What was the solution?
Yes, but
something happened. Okay, well, don't worry.
Yes.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, so in that case, let's mention, if you have sandwiches, countable or uncountables?
Contables.
Countables. What about fruit? Countables or uncountables?
Uncountables.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, no, don't worry. Uncountables. Okay, correct. Fruit is in general countables. Let's see, Carla Maria. What about chocolate? Countable or uncountable? Chocolate.
Chocolate.
You are mute.
I don't remember, teacher.
You don't remember. Okay, but tell me, do you think that chocolate is countable or uncountable? Okay, maybe Mr.
No me acuerdo.
Okay, you don't know. Okay, Federico, do you remember what is chocolate? Countable or uncountable?
Uncountable. It's uncountable.
Okay, you think it's uncountable? Agree, Federico? Do you agree? No. For you is? Federico? What do you think that chocolate is? Countable or uncountable? No, excuse me, not Federico, it's Fabricio.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Chocolate is countable.
Do you think it's countable? And you, Dennis, what do you think? Do you agree with Carla or with Fabrizio?
Um,
Eh,
Carla?
With Carla?
Yeah.
Okay. So Carla says that is countable, right, Carla?
Uncountable.
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 Uncountable. Okay. And why is uncountable, Carla?
El chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
Porque no lo puedo contar, lo puedo pesar.
Because you need to cook it, to eat it. Okay,
Ujú.
you need to cook it to eat it.
water
Ok.
chocolate.
Yo lo
Okay,
puse al
yes.
revés.
A piece of chocolate,
Bolita de
right?
chocolate.
Por mucho que nos encanten, no va toda la barra para adentro, o I don't know, a big piece, right? So, supposed to be in pieces. Okay, so chocolate is uncountable. No sé, ¿alguna duda de alguno que ustedes tengan, ya que solo no pude ver ahí la nota del único compañero que lo envió? Pero si ustedes tienen alguna duda de algo, de alguno, ok, let's check. Es que ya vi, usted no lo puso para que lo chequee, Dennis. Si no le dio ese clic.
Sí,
Veamos, lo
no,
vamos
no
a
le
hacer,
di.
que lo vamos a hacer aquí juntos. Beans is correct. Salad is not countable. Is uncountable. Cheese is uncountable. Okay, rice is uncountable, Dennis. Fish is uncountable too. Meat, all of them are
Uncountable.
uncountable, yes. Just beans and bananas are countable.
Countable.
Mhm. The rest are uncountable.
Uncountable.
Salad, cheese, rice, fish, meat, bread, all of those are uncountable.
Lo pusimos al revés, teacher.
Yes, yes. Es que por ahí, es que yo vi que decía uncountable, me van a decir. Okay. So therefore, uncountable, in uncountable is okay. Chocolate, water. Okay, it's okay. Chocolate, water. What else?
Salad.
No, because salad is in incountables. Él lo puso incontable. Estoy chequeando las
Ah,
tenis.
okay.
Okay, fizzy drink is correct then. Fizzy drink is uncountable, water, chocolate, solo esos. The rest are countable, sausage, biscuit, potatoes, and eggs. Okay, and crepes are countables, okay, are countables. Okay, ¿cuál es el problema ahí? Que si no los ubico, cuando yo pregunte, ¿quiere algo de cuántas papitas quiere? ¿Ok? Voy a decir how much crepes y no es uncountable. So,
How many?
es how many crepes.
How many?
How much fizzy drink do you want? How many sausage? ¿Ok? How many, how much bread? How much bread do you have? Okay, so that's the point. Por eso es que lo llevábamos así de reconocer y de ver cómo reconozco. So you see,
And,
that's why it's important.
and fish?
Fish, what do you think, Mr. Rodriguez?
It's
Countable.
it's uncountable.
Correct, because you have to cook it to eat it, right?
Yes.
Por
Pero
libra sería
oh,
uncountable.
por libra sería countable, because you're gonna ask 1, 2 pounds.
Okay.
Countable.
Yes.
Ahora, miren, para complicarles un poquito más la clase de hoy, ¿ok? No, it's not too complicated. It's to know more. It's to know more. Algunos, sometimes, pueden ser contables y uncontables a la vez. Depende.
Yes.
¿Está vivo o no está vivo? Because in the case fishes or fish, how many fish are there in the lake? Ahí sí, porque no lo voy a cortar ni lo voy a despedazar al
Yes.
pobre, right?
For example, los sacos de frijol sería contable.
Yes, because you
Pero,
are content the container.
pero ya grano por grano sería uncontable.
Uncontable or while eating.
Ajá,
While eating. Mhm.
okay.
What about the stars? Would you say how much or how many stars?
How much?
Okay, one opinion. Agree or disagree with Mr. Rodriguez? The rest of you. Miss Quintanilla, agree or disagree with Mr. Rodriguez, Miss Quintanilla? Okay, you, Mr.
I don't understand.
If you want to ask the amount of stars, would you say how much or how many?
How much?
Okay, so you agree with Mr. Rodriguez, right? You agree with Mr. Rodriguez. Well, incorrect. Incorrect. Why incorrect? Por eso no dije nada, dice Miss Quintanilla, right? No me contestó Miss Quintanilla. Fátima.
No alcancé a activar el audio y ya había contestado el compañero.
Ok. No, pero aquí es la opinión de todos.
Ah,
Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, it's uncountable. It's countable because you can say, but I can't count one thing that they are infinite. Okay, it's not the same. Que sean infinitos no significa que no son contables. Because you can individualize the stars. For example, la Osa Mayor, ¿cuántas tiene? Right? Or I don't know, they have names, right? Even names. We can count the stars. ¿Cuántas estrellas están aquí? Las 7 cabritas, right? They are 7. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can
Yes.
count. They are countable.
Yes,
Can,
but
yes?
But if the question is in general, stars is uncountable.
Okay. No, not in that case. It's not if it is general or not general. Eso es lo tricky de este tema, que parece muy obvio, right? Muy obvio, pero no hay cosas generales. Eso de general o no general is more for fruit, for example, para algunas cosas. Pero aquí no hay algunas claves no se pueden generalizar para todo. In that case, it's not because it is general or no general. ¿Cómo me lo diría específico? In that case, Mr. Rodriguez.
How many stars there are?
Osa Mayor.
What is in the Osa Mayor, for example? Yes.
Okay.
This is specific.
In general.
How many stars there are in the sky?
Okay, but
Yes.
it's different. It's different that you will count them, pero porque no tiene la capacidad ni el tiempo. But they are countable. Because you can begin, how many stars are there in the sky? You can start counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you can. Que nunca va a terminar es otra cosa. So that's what I said. It's not the same infinite that uncountable. Y por eso también es otra que a veces nos podemos ir mal. ¿Ok? Porque el que no sea infinito no es lo mismo que incontable. Porque que nunca voy a terminar es infinito, pero sí lo puedo contar. Puedo estar toda la noche contando un mes, right? We can count them. ¿ok? Y no las tengo que tener solo en mente en grupo. Se pueden individualizar.
Okay.
So you see, there are some tricky things, right? That's what I
Okay.
said, but don't worry. Esos son los más complicated, right? Pero la mayoría es así de lo que como vemos el tema. Ah, ¿se cuenta o no se cuenta? Most of the time, let's say, is like that. Countable or uncountable clearly. But there are some special situations and some tricky situations that we have to use. Maybe we can apply the information that I gave you. Okay? Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna take the attendance, but in this case, you're gonna give me your names. I think it's better. But let me open the attendance. Because if I mention one by one, I think it's faster if you tell me your name. Okay. Can you tell me your name, please? Es que si me voy a la pantalla, no los puedo ver porque me salgo de Zoom. Si me hacen el favor de irme diciendo sus nombres, please. Tell me your names.
My name is Juan Carlos Rodriguez.
Okay, thanks. Juan Carlos, let me look for your name. Yeah, here you are. Juan Carlos Rodríguez Peraz.
My name
Okay.
is Fabricio.
Okay, Fabricio, let me look for
Trejo
your
Quintanilla. Fabricio
Fabricio
Ernesto.
Ernesto. Okay,
Correcto.
yes, here you are. Thank you, Mr. Alvará. Ah, no. Fabricio Trejo, yes, Trejo.
Correcto.
Okay, yes, thank you. Someone else?
My name is Dennis Ivan Dueñas.
Dennis, let me look for your name. Dennis. I can find you. Give me a second, please. Dennis, I can find you. Ah, yes, Ivan Dueñas, correct. Thank you. Someone else, please? The girls?
My name is
is Fátima Guadalupe Quintanilla Hernández.
Okay, Fátima Guadalupe. Fátima, yes, here. Yeah, thank you. Someone else?
my name is Carla María Escalante de Ayala.
Okay, there. Fast. I got you. Someone else?
My name is Rebecca Lorena Herrera Cepeda.
Okay, here you are. Rebecca Lorena, right?
Sí.
Okay. Okay, I think that's it, right? You are nobody else? No. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. Okay. So now we can come back to the book. Let's go back to the book. Okay, now this is easier for you. The other examples were a little bit more complicated, but this exercise is a piece of cake for you. Okay, this is what I explained, right? And I showed you some pictures. I shared with you some rules. Okay, but this is very general. How many for count nouns? But you see that sometimes it's not like that easy. Hours, days, weeks, years. How much for uncountable nouns, money, time, etc. But we already explained this in detail, right? So you have some examples. How many days a week? How many hours a day do you work? How much money and how much time? You see? How much time do you have? In this case, because you are not specific. In this case, yes, right? You are not specific. Okay, but I already explained that. Let's continue here. Now, please, complete. Complete. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to read and to complete. I think 2 minutes is enough. Let me see, you are in page, let me give you the number of the page. Page 17. If you want to work in your handbook.
Finished.
Okay, thanks. Let's give one more minute to your classmates.
Finish, teacher.
Okay, thanks, sir. Okay, I think you're ready. Who wants to tell me number one? Easy, right?
How much money is in a bank?
Yes, correct, right? How much money? It doesn't say how many dollars. No, how much money. So it's much. Correct. How much? Next, volunteer for number two.
How many people does a printer need?
Okay, how many paper? In that case, is in general. In that case, yes, because paper, we are not talking about, let's say a page. How many pages? This is a little bit difficult, right? But in this case, it's better how much paper, because paper, I mean, can be a blog. I don't know, right? So how many, let's say pages, but paper is the general form. So I think in this case could be how much.
How
Because,
much? Yes.
okay, someone have how much, I think. Number three, easy.
Yes.
How many hours a day does
Exactly.
work?
Excellent. How many hours a day does he work? Very good. Excellent. Easy, right? How many? Number four, what do you think?
How much
How
information
How
much
much?
Much.
information
Excellent. How much information
is on the internet?
is on the internet? Is on the internet. How much information is on the
Yeah.
internet? Correct. Okay, internet or internet, right? I'm gonna make a parenthesis here. I like to mention things that I think that will be good for you about pronunciation, about expressions. I always do parentheses, because it's not necessary for me to focus just on the book. No, we can learn something else, right? So let me tell you this about pronunciation. You can say internet or you can say internet. Why? Because when you have the N and the T together, you can omit this part. So you can omit the T when you have the N and the T together. So you can say internet or you can say internet.
Yeah.
Or, for example, another word, center or center. You can say center or center. You can say interview or interview. Okay, interview. You can say international or international.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are some examples in which we can see clear the combination of N and T, so it's the same for all of them. It's a possibility, okay? And that's the parenthesis about the pronunciation. Okay,
Thank you.
so let's continue. Anytime. Number 5.
How many days a week do you rest?
Exactly. How many days? I mean, it's just how many. Okay, how many days? Excellent. And the last?
The same. How many?
Yeah, can you read the sentence, please?
How many employees does your company have?
How many employees does your company have? Correct, sir. Thanks. How
How many
many employees? Okay. How many
employees?
employees does your company have?
Employees.
Correct. You see, it was easier, right? It was easier because in this case are common things. Okay, are common things, guys. So, but the other that we were practicing were a little bit more difficult. But the idea is to learn more, right? As much as possible. So now you have the idea not just for these common things, but for other situations. Okay, so now it's time for you to create. You're gonna make in groups, right? In groups, I'm gonna open the breakout rooms. So you're gonna make the activities. You're gonna make a list about the activities that you do in your company. For example, I have to call customers. Okay. What else? I open the office. I close the office.
For example, how much information in my computer?
Something is missing. Something is missing. How much information in my computer? Maybe. How much information is there in my computer? Maybe. But how much information in my computer sounds like something is missing, not complete.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the practice.
Is a paragraph or is a sentence per line?
It's a paragraph. It says write some lines, but I won't tell you. As you can write as much as you can with your classmates in 5 minutes. Okay? Try to do it together. I mean, my ideas, your ideas. Okay, but the point is that everybody share. If you can help someone, excellent. If someone can help you, good. Okay, so let's do group of 3. I think group of 3. Let's put into practice.
How many hours in the office? How many hours in the office today?
Remember the pronunciation is hours. Hours.
How many hours in the office today?
Make no sense. How many hours in the office today? Make no sense for me.
For example, I work, I think.
Okay, so in this case, something is missing. How many hours? How many hours do you work? So the verb is missing because if you just said how many hours in the office, you don't have verb. How many hours do you work in the office? Every day.
Okay.
Be careful with the verbs. I don't know if it's the same person that I said that. Okay, so if it is the same person, be careful with the verbs. Me dejan los espacios o me déjanos, esa es la misma persona, pero be careful. Me deja los espacios ahí como vacío. Be careful that you are, using all the elements that you need. No puedo quitar verbo, persona sí, a veces, pero generalmente no. Y verbo no. Be careful. Tengan cuidado que llevo el verbo ahí, que va marcada la acción de la que estoy hablando. ¿Ok? Be careful, please. Let me. Okay, let's go to work. Y yo llego a ver cómo van los dos grupitos. What you can do in 5 minutes, okay? Lo que pueda hacer, what you can do in 5 minutes. Don't worry. Okay, let's wait for the rest of your classmates that are still in the breakout rooms. Okay, so now everybody, yes, everybody's in the main room. Okay, I was with the other group because it was a very interesting conversation and very interesting questions. I didn't visit the group number 1 or 2, I don't know. So, can I listen to you in this couple of minutes? Your questions, please, because I was in one group. So I already listened to them. And sorry, Mr. Dueñas, me sacó del grupo. Ya no le terminé de preguntar, pero si tiene más dudas. Any
No,
other
no, no.
question?
No,
No.
no, no, no.
So it was clear.
Correct.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so the other group, it will be Mr. Rodriguez, who else? Miss Escalante, etc. That group. Can you tell me your questions, please? Question and answer. Lo que estuvieron haciendo en el breakout room. Question and answer. A Mr. Dueñas, ustedes los oí, Mr. Trejo. Okay, we were answering together. Así que no problem. Maybe the other group?
Teacher, and maybe I don't understand the exercise because I did a paragraph and I don't remember the name.
Okay.
Carla
Okay, yeah.
and the other.
The important is that you were speaking, they do it question, right? And we were talking based on that question. They didn't write, but they were speaking. So no problem. Tell me, yes, it's correct too, Mr. Rodriguez.
We don't
It's
speak
correct.
between us.
You didn't, okay, but tell me the
No.
paragraph.
Ah, okay. Okay. My paragraph says, my coworker and me went to the job at the morning. We were working all day very hard.
Okay, in the morning, remember.
In the morning.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And when I came back to my home, was raining.
Okay.
My coworker called me and that he was in traffic near from my house.
Okay.
He was very, very angry.
Okay.
And I told him, don't worry, relax.
Okay.
My coworker told me, okay, I don't want to arrive to my house still. I said,
okay. In that case,
okay, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. In that case, I want to arrive home. It's better to say home when you are talking about the place that you live, right? I don't want to arrive
Okay.
home.
Oh, okay. That's it.
That's it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
if you were practicing, no problem, okay? But if something is not clear, call me. Call me and I will go to the breakout room, okay? Yo los
Okay.
iba a ir a visitar, pero allá se me fue el tiempo, estaba entretenido ahí las preguntas y las consultas de los compañeros, se me fue el tiempo. But
Okay.
siempre que si ustedes no tienen claro algo, el botón de ayuda y yo estoy pendiente, yo llego. All right? But the point is that you were practicing and that's good, right? No importa si escrito o hablado, lo mejor es hablado, pero the point is that you were practicing. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Veo que hay 8 personas, alguien que no le pasé la asistencia.
Yo entré un poquito tarde, teacher.
No me dijo su nombre cuando pasé la asistencia.
Creo que
Déjeme ver.
hubo un momento que sí me consultó, a media clase me consultó
Su nombre.
pidió todos los nombres y
Ah,
ahí
entonces
fue que
sí.
lo leí.
Entonces sí.
Vaya, ok.
No
Perfecto.
problem. ¿Alguien
Creo que
que...
igual soy
¿Quién? ¿Su nombre?
yo, Kevin. Joder,
Kevin. Let me see. Kevin. Kevin Joel.
sí,
Sí, usted no estaba, correcto. Ok, bueno, le vamos a poner aquí el tiempo que está bien. Ahí, ok, chicos, acuérdense que aquí es en general la lista, ¿verdad? Igual Zoom les tira sus minutos, pero igual acá para en general que si estuvieron en algún momento, ya los minutos se los va contando Zoom. Pero siempre que no estén al momento de pasar la lista, pues díganme después, ¿verdad? Para agregarlos por lo menos a la lista que yo envío de inmediato. ¿Ok? Well, that's it.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure. And we'll continue working tomorrow with other topics.
Okay. Thank you.
Miss,
Tell me,
Thank you.
Miss. Nice to meet you too. Thanks. My pleasure. Tell me,
yo
Tania.
no voy a poder estar mañana,
Ok.
que me dejaron, bueno, voy a salir a las 9 de la noche del trabajo.
Ah, ok. Le voy a poner ahí entonces el detalle de la ausencia. Espero que mañana ya hayan más compañeros. Estoy sorprendida con esta clase de 8. Ok, de 7, right? Well, I don't know what's going on with this group. Okay, well, hope to see you tomorrow. Don't worry, Miss Quintanilla. Okay, I'm gonna write the note. Okay, la veo entonces on Monday.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
Okay.
so
Bye.
hi, have a nice night. Bye.
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 Bye, Miss. Bye bye. Take care.